Guys, your humble host. I'm back with another video. Okay, so all of you who hang around the skeptic community are familiar with the RageAfterStorm controversy and how she put out a video stating that it was scientifically proven that blacks have a lower IQ and all that wonderful stuff. And this caused a rather big blow up, and I even did my own video on it. And so there was that incident, and then there was another small one with her on Twitter a few days ago when one of the band members of, I believe, Linkin Park committed suicide. He left behind 6 children and apparently had battled depression for quite a while. She put out a tweet calling him a selfish asshole, completely ignorant of what depression does to someone and how the battle with depression can unfortunately end in a tragic way. Anyway, I was digging around on Twitter the other day, or rather today, earlier, and I came across this. In the skeptic community, anti-SJW community, you notice that a lot of the people hide behind cartoon characters or specifically made up avatars that are customized by them, or they have an artist do it for them, and they each have their own name, like Bearing, Undoom, Sugar Tits, what have you. And this is done because a lot of these people either live in areas or countries that if they say the wrong thing, if their online stuff is found, then it's over, whether it be their life, job, family, what have you. And there's a big rule of thumb that we do not reach out to anyone's employer because we disagree with their views. Now, I will say that there are special circumstances, which are few and far between, which you do this. Take, for example, and this is an extreme, is if you find out someone was a pedophile and that their particular job was working around children, whether that be in a library, a daycare, a school, what have you, then yes, it is appropriate to alert said employer. It's like, hey, you need to look into your employee because of what they talk about online and because what they claim to be. So that is one example of a special circumstance. Now, when it comes to this, because RageAfterStorm was a contributor to Kipper Central, a writer, and I'm not saying, let me put this out there, I'm not saying because of this particular tweet by Kraut, that's the reason why Kipper Central dropped her, because Kipper Central did respond, and I'm sure that a lot of people tweeted at Kipper Central about RageAfterStorm, but it just one of the skeptics reaching out to an employer, which we decry a lot, which is a big no-no. It's not okay. And I know I put out a video the other day talking about Sargon versus Curiosity with the Twitter ban, which I did state that the SJWs have been way overdue in getting a dose of their own medicine. That is with social platforms and getting their platforms shut down. It's like, yeah, the rules you guys are fighting for is total crap. This, however, when it comes to someone's livelihood, I don't agree with messing with it at all unless it's with that special circumstance or another example or something similar to that I stated a minute ago. But otherwise than that, nobody has the freaking right to go to someone's employer and go, hey, they say this online, they say this online, you should fire them or you should look into them, blah, 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 blah. If they're not hurting anybody, if they are not actually going out of the way to mistreat people or harm other people, then honestly, I do believe they should be left alone. Yes, words do affect people. Words are just like a double-edged sword. They can bring healing or they can bring destruction. So I get that, and there are boundaries. I get that. But this is a no-no, and for Kraut to reach out to her employer or for a company she writes for or contributes to, that was total crap. I did not see this until earlier today, and I haven't heard anything about it. Like I said, this is under a month ago. It is the 26th today of July. This was June 29th. So Kipper Central, we might want to look into the views of one of your contributors, RageAfterStorm. And they responded, once again, I'm not saying Kraut's particular tweet is what caused RageAfterStorm to get fired or detached from this company, But they did respond. Statement regarding Rage After Storm, and this is from Kipper Central. We have decided to suspend one of our writers, Rage After Storm, following a series of tweets and the content of one of her YouTube videos, which I'm sure has to do with the race is real. When Rage first started writing first, she was very down to earth and agreed with many of our other writers on many things. However, very recently she has changed her views and has become sympathetic to ideologies we cannot endorse or facilitate. Unless she reforms her thinking, we have no option but to remove Rage from Kipper's center entirely. And that is total crap because from the little that I know about Rage After Storm is she was a feminist from what I hear, and then she did a 180 and started to go with alt-right, anti-SJW. Not saying the two are the same because I know the alt-right has to do with white supremacy, or a lot of it does. Let's see. We hope she takes this opportunity to change her ways and rethink whether this is the best direction for her. To be clear, we will not tolerate Rage's current views and standpoints, and people who take these views are not welcomed in Kipper Central. We will not be filling Rage's role as deputy editor, and this role will be absorbed into the senior editor role until we require more assistance in this workload. So not only did she lose her job as a writer, but her particular position is going to be absorbed into another department. Now, I don't know much about Kipper Central. I don't know what their views are, but still, it's total crap that someone from the skeptic community, our side, reached over to someone's employer because they didn't like her view. This is something we denounce. This is something we decry. This was bullshit. And I'm actually surprised more people didn't speak out on it. Like I said, that tweet from Kraut was back in June of 2019. I didn't hear anything about it. I do follow Kraut on Twitter, but I have so much crap in my feed, it's not even funny. I don't even get to people. There's people I barely see tweets from because it's a deluge of stuff, and so I particularly have to go search for their profile and see what their feed is. But no, more people need to speak out against this because this is an SJW tactic that messes with people's livelihoods, their income, their household. We don't know how much money she was making writing for Kipper Central. We don't know that. But this is total garbage. It is one thing to get your platform shut down, like with the Twitter and Twitter, and that is something I do believe and feel is different. But when it comes to screwing with someone's livelihood, and I know when it comes to YouTube and Patreon, is that is people's livelihood. Twitter, however, is not. So, yes, you can run ads on Twitter and all that wonderful stuff, but no, Twitter is not a livelihood. YouTube, Patreon, that sort of thing is, and also writing for particular companies. So this, I cannot believe this flew underneath my radar. Of course, I've been busy with other stuff, been going quiet more and more. But no, this is crap, Kraut. This was very inappropriate for you to do, and I'm not saying you're the sole reason why she lost her job, because I'm sure a lot of people dug into her employer and tweeted at them, tweeted her video at them. I don't know. I didn't see the full tweet storm that followed with this, but the very fact that this was done by someone from our side is total garbage. Yes, her video, a lot of points were crap in a sense, and instead, let me reiterate what I said. Instead of a lot of people taking the time to either find websites that says something similar, or to find websites that debunked what she had said, everybody flipped their freaking shit over the particular website she used because it was deemed as a white supremacy website. I don't know much about it. I've never used it before. I've never seen it before. And then for someone to go out of their way and freaking do this shit, come on. This is hypocrisy. This is garbage. Can we not do this? Because it seems like more and more people are starting to notice and starting to say that the skeptic community, anti-SJW community is starting to pull the same tactics. And yes, I do believe the SJWs need a dose of their own medicine, And that with a Twitter ban once again with Sargon and Christie, that is a platform you don't make money off of. That is just, hey, you know what? You're kind of inserting yourself here. You're being a nuisance. Here, go away because you're not contributing to the conversation at all. So there's that. That is something completely different, I do feel. But this, no. This is garbage, and we do not need to be exercising these tactics what so freaking ever. And Kraut, correct me if I'm wrong, because I do think you either live in Germany or somewhere around there, and I know Germany is very, very particular about what people say. People have been getting arrested for wrongthink or for inciting harassment online. So, this is no threat to you, but dude, come on, you know better. You really freaking know better. Everybody should fucking know better than this shit. Anyway, that is my view. I will be posting the links to these screenshots in the description below. This is not a bash against Kraut, but come on. No, we don't need to be doing this crap. This is garbage. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.